Hello, my name is Jackson Berliner, and I'm here to speak with you today about beating procrastination during the pandemic. So first, I just want to let you guys know that procrastination can not only negatively affect you via stress, but it can also negatively affect your overall well-being, a lot of research has shown. And the 4 steps to success that I want to speak with you guys about beating that procrastination are creating a workspace, making a schedule, a monthly schedule preferably, not overwhelming yourself, and then rewarding yourself. So me personally, I have taken some online courses in the past, and I've also overcome my own issues with procrastination over my college career. And chances are most of you are probably enrolled in a lot of online courses right now, and you may never have been in one before, so you're not used to that kind of delegating your own work type of deal and a less rigid structure. And with these tips, it should be a lot easier to stay on task even in the new setting we're all finding ourselves in. So let's go ahead and quit procrastinating and get into it. So first, creating a workspace. Your workspace should be well organized and free of distraction. So when I say organized, I mean free of clutter, which is like extra papers lying around, anything that's gonna mess with your headspace. And as far as distractions go, actually in a recent research study that Scent and Bose put out in 2014, they said, and I quote, "Today's college students are bombarded with more distractions than ever before." Obviously, we all know that with social media, smartphones, everything like that, it's super easy to get off task. So just keep any of those extra gadgets away that you think are gonna take you off the task at hand. So now that we have a workspace, we need to make our monthly schedule. So with that monthly schedule, it should be used to plan ahead and not forget due dates. So when I say plan ahead, I mean for like long projects, study plans, things of that nature, just so you're not getting caught up for like something big that you needed to prepare for ahead of time that you weren't thinking of. And then for important dates, not only tests and projects like I said, but also Zoom meetings, required group meetings, anything where you're gonna have to set out a block of time, you're gonna wanna make sure you put it on your board. That way you're not double booking yourself. Okay, so now we have our workspace, we have our monthly schedule. Now we have to use that monthly schedule correctly to make sure we're not getting overwhelmed with work. So, by not overwhelming yourself, you're going to want to set out blocks of time for homework and making sure you're not trying to do all your work all at once. So, obviously, like I said, use your schedule. Set out blocks of time, set out whole days, set out a few hours in the day, whatever's best for you. But it's also important not to try and do everything at once. So, by that, I mean, let's say you do have a day or a time, make sure you're not putting everything you need to do on that one day and time. Even if you think that you can get it done, it's better to try and space it out the best as possible, because it's not only important to regulate your time, but also regulate the amount of work you're doing. So now, obviously, we got the workspace, we got the schedule, we got it all scheduled out so we know when and what we're doing. And now it's important to reward yourself for all the work you have been doing. So this is my favorite part personally, and what's important about rewarding yourself is it incentivizes you to reach your goals. So obviously, like if you have a long day of work ahead of you, you want to set incentives aside to kind of keep you going throughout that day. So that can either be TV time, phone time, maybe you play video games, something like that. For me, it's going to be treats like food and candy. Personally, I love sour gummy worms, so that could honestly get me to do anything. But it's definitely important to treat yourself when you to reach your goals, and just make sure that you're being motivated to get all this stuff done. So in conclusion, we know that we need to set up a workspace, create a schedule, monthly preferably. Use that schedule to mediate your workload so you're not getting too overwhelmed, because that's a huge issue. I know for me, if I get too overwhelmed, I kind of shut down and don't want to do anything. And then rewarding yourself for all the work you're getting done. So obviously, you can kind of manipulate this any way that's better for you, but I just think these 4 basic tips are a really good way to set a foundation, and not only set a foundation, but also kind of making sure that you at least have somewhat of an idea to try and get by during this weird semester that we're all going through. And I can't guarantee that this is going to be the easiest semester for you, but I can guarantee that using these tips will save yourself a lot of stress and heartache in the future. I can tell you that it's helped me, and I really hope you guys take on these tips and use them to help maybe have an easier semester. And then next you guys can see the references I used. And thank you very much for your attention today, and I hope you all have a great semester.